Howdy everybody. We got ourselves a beautiful early January day here. Thought I'd show you all my rampside. This is 1962. It's got the original tags that came with it when it was first registered. The last registration date on it is 1968. Show you on the back tag. And I got the paperwork too to show that it's last registered in 68. Paperwork's back at the house so I could show you all when I get back. But it's original paint. Engine's gone, sadly. You know, it's a project, but how many rampsides do you get to come across and pick up for yourself? At least me anyway. Not that much, not that many. Somebody cut the back end of this whole thing off and we're going to put a V8 in it, from what I heard. Rear mounted V8. And then decided not to and welded it back together. And that's probably what's kept this thing from moving or from selling and let me get it. Otherwise, somebody else might have grabbed it or who knows what. Let me get a card here. I'll show you. They actually did a really good job welding it. They didn't warp the metal really when they did it. It's welded back together real nice. It needs to be primered. I know that. And it will. This is going to be my daily driver. I mean, this is going to be one of those cars that I'm not going to sell. You know, original interior, original seat. That's going to need to be reupholstered. Got the key with it. Yeah, I got all the paperwork at home to show that. I mean, this thing hadn't been registered since the 60s. I mean, this thing's probably sat since the 60s. And it's got its rust issues. It's got its dents. It's been beat up. This was a Forest Service truck for the state of Oregon back in the day, from what I've been told. Here's really the worst part on it. The ramp side door and that, I don't know, quarter, I guess you call it. But if you've seen my other videos, I know where to get parts. So that's not that big of a deal. There's even another ramp side here on the property that I'll probably add into this video. Some old Bondo. Look at that, you can still see the DA marks on there. That's funny. I just noticed that. Wow. Huh. I'm going to keep this as original paint as possible. I'm not going to paint this thing. Obviously, when I fix this stuff, it's going to be painted. And I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do that. Because I don't know if I'm going to try to blend the repairs in with the new paint or do something as tasteful as possible without having to paint the whole thing. Because when this thing's wet, when it rains and you can see some shine on it, it's beautiful. And I love just the old worn in jean patina look of pickup truck beds and tailgates. And in my opinion, I've seen enough freshly restored, freshly painted rampsides, and it's kind of boring to me. You don't really see them in a daily driver patina quality. Whether or not you like patina, I'm a fan of either way. I'm a fan of really shiny paint or patina. And this one just has its natural patina orange original paint look. I want to keep it that way as much as possible. But there's that one, and I'll show you the other one on the property that might be restored as well, which would be a hell of a lot of work, or used as some part rigs. I don't know. Check it out. I'm walking up to the other rampside to show you, but then I realized this greenbrier here I haven't filmed yet, and it's the same color as the rampside. It's actually got some cool. It's got a chin spoiler on it. It's pretty cool. This is a beautiful one. Is that the original paint, you think? I've never seen original paint fleck off like that. Might not be. It's got an ecosystem growing on it. And a leak roof. Let's see if I can open the door. No! It's got bucket seats. I don't know if you can see that. Bucket seats. Oh god, I already saw the mold on the seats from it leaking. Here's the other greenbriers up there. Yeah, I mean it's sad to see them so rough, but you know, they're here. I don't think they're too far gone to save. I don't think that after they're saved they'd be worth Barrett Jackson, you know, but that's not what it's about. It's about enjoying the ride. I'm not interested in corvairs and working on them to get rich. I just love them. And anything is savable. It's how much work you want to put into it. Let's see if I can ramble long enough to get to the other rampside, or I might just cut it and edit it. Go through the greenbrier graveyard. One of them anyway. You may remember this from such videos as Greenbrier Graveyard Part 1. Or just Corvair Graveyard. It's always nice to see this fighter, the turbo. Yeah. Yeah, last time I was here I didn't go all the way through. We got one where a dang shed fell on one of them. I thought it would be a lot worse to come back here in the winter, but in the summer everything's growing, and right now it's all pretty easy to get to. So here we are. Now this one here, the owner of the property with all of these corvairs, this was his truck when he was in college in the 80s. And the story goes he was towing it on a trailer, and the trailer started to fishtail. And the rampside hit a pole pretty dang hard. Just smacked it in the front. And so he parked it. But it took a hard hit. So it was quite the bummer. I'm sure he took it pretty hard on himself, but things happen. You know, he loves it because it's still here. Here's what I love about these things. I love those little trinkets. Oh, cool, yeah. Aftermarket radio. So the thing is there's obviously plenty of parts around here. You could cut the front clip off of, you know, take the door and the front clip off of one greenbrier and weld it on here. It's not impossible. Whether or not a unibody is suited for that kind of intense work, I don't really know. But I've worked at restoration shops with frame racks, and I've seen some pretty beat up stuff come in, and you did just about the same thing. The rear quarter is toast. And it's been sitting for such a long time. The thing about this one is I love the white and the rusty patina on it. Again, I'm not strictly patina. It goes both ways. Cars look beautiful with paint, fresh, beautiful paint on them, and they look beautiful with patina on them. And the trend in rampsides is most definitely to have them beautifully painted. And I kind of think that's a shame. As rare as rampsides are, they deserve to show their age in a way that a lot of pickup trucks do that people respect. And there's just so few rampsides out there. To see one in the future with patina on it, that's original paint, I think is going to be a pretty respected thing and a pretty enjoyed thing. So with that being said, this door skin here, it's flimsy, but it's, it's got its dents, it's flimsy, but I have the handles on mine, and it's nowhere near as bad a shape as mine is. And it's pretty cool patina on it. I think that would make a good swap, to swap it out. Who knows? Whatever that may be. Is this worth restoring? Well, when I say, is it worth getting it back on the road? I think it'd be interesting. It'd be a huge challenge, and in that you would learn a lot. I would learn a lot, and it would be a great story. So sure, of course it is. Now, would any sane person spend their time and energy doing that? I don't know. I'm not the most rational person anyway. But there's another early. This one's got a complete interior, which is cool. Door handle seized up, I ain't locking, it ain't opening. And another early way back in there. But yeah. Cool tailgate. I know there's plenty of people out there who need rampside parts probably, but I also know a few people who have them. That's funny, I actually need that taillight, but it doesn't have to be off a rampside. That's a cool little extra bumper. It's actually not a bad chrome bumper, now that I'm looking at it. Anyway, I say save them all. Why not? What else are you going to do with these? Scrap it, part it out? Save it all. There's a couple of motors. A couple of complete cores. Pretty cool old Suzuki. Shoot, back glass right there. That's pretty good back glass. That'd be nice if somebody needed that. But let's just keep looking at this for a second, because the more I look at it, the more I think, yes, this deserves to be saved, and it's possible. It's crazy, but so what? These will be worth it. And, further down the road, what did that Barrett Jackson, that 62, sold for like, what was it, almost 70 grand or something like that? Let's open up the door here. I mean, it's sitting on the ground, so I think it at least deserves to be drug out of here and cleaned up and see exactly what we got. Crunch. It's got cool tags on it. It's a really cool looking truck too, if you could imagine it, clear coated with this patina on it. And I'll just say it again. How many running and driving rampsides do you see that have a really nice looking, well taken care of patina versus how many do you see that have the same two-tone fresh paint job. Everybody loves a good paint job, but a lot of people respect patina too. You just don't see any original paint rampsides rolling around. So yeah. Oh, look at those hubcaps. Does that have all 4 hubcaps? No. How come they're always missing one? I always find hubcaps in sets of 3. Something there. That's not those, though, are they? No, that's not those. Those are cool ones. Oh, c'est la vie. Okie dokie. It's cool. It's cool upholstery. All right, that's it for the rampside videos for now. I gotta go get a 57 Chevy. That's for another video.